It's a good-looking uniform, though.
It is. It's crisp and clean.
It is.
Tip controlled in front court by Ooltewah. And then driving to the hoop, Walker. The tip is no good by Howard, and the Chargers going to go the other way with it. Farrar to Mac Thacker, left wing. James Thacker for three. That one high off the backboard, hits the overhang over the support, and it'll go back over to Ooltewah. So 16 seconds in, each team with a shot. Looks like it could be up and down based on the first couple of possessions. Matt Servin drives over to Smith. Checks it with the point guard Grayson Wood, and then a turnover. Tried to force it in there. Ledford with it out front. Over it goes to Mike Thacker. And then Mac with a bad pass. He turns it back over to Ooltewah. Sailed it behind Ledford. 7:19 to go in the first quarter. No score. Driving. Wood pulls up. Bottom. And Ooltewah takes a 2-0 lead. Wood drove into the right elbow, pulled up, drained the jumper, and now Ooltewah draws first blood. James Thacker with the basketball out front. Thacker at the free throw line. Tried to force it down low, turns it over. So each of the Thacker boys with a turnover. Stolen by Wood. Off to Servin for the dunk. And it's 4-0 Ooltewah. James Thacker with it left wing to Mac Thacker. Mac works his way into the paint, turns, shot, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it back. 2 points for Mac Thacker. Central down 2, 6:23 to go in the first quarter. Wood pulls up, three-pointer. It's no good. It hits the basket support. And the Chargers will take the basketball. 4-2 Ooltewah on top. Central with the basketball. 6:17 to go in the first quarter. James Thacker in front court with it. Thacker guarded by Wood. Thacker into the paint. Thacker stops. Kicks it over to Farrar for three. Bottom. Farrar had 19 down at Ooltewah. He starts out tonight with 3, and the Chargers take a 5-4 lead. Free throw line, Walker gets it down low to Howard. Kicked out to Matt Servin. That three-pointer no good. Wood gets the offensive rebound. Wood's put back. Rattles out no good. Servin's tip no good. Howard gets the rebound. His put back no good. And then Mac Thacker clears the board. Too many chances that time down for Ooltewah. The Chargers come out unscathed. Ledford throws it over the right side to Isaiah Farrar to Murphy. Murphy backs in. Kicks it out Ledford. Ledford over to Mac Thacker. Three-pointer. Bottom. Ledford with the assist. Mac Thacker with a 3. He has 5, and Central's up 8-4. Servin out front to Howard. Over it goes to Wood. Right corner to Smith. Back to Howard. Kicks it over left side. Servin goes baseline. Off the glass shot, no good. Walker with the rebound. Has it stolen. Farrar with a steal. And then in the front court, it goes to Mac Thacker. Mac at the free throw line. Over to Ledford. Up top to James Thacker. Long 3 for James. That one's a no good. Missed everything but the side of the backboard. And Wood pulls down the rebound. Wood in the lane. Has it ripped away. Stolen by Ledford. Ledford to the other end. For 2. And Central leads at 10-4 with 4:34 to go in the first quarter. Smith with it right wing. Over to Walker between the circles. Left side, Matt Servin into the left corner. Wood wide open for 3. That one rattled out no good. Ledford with a rebound. Chargers playing stronger tonight than they did down there in the early going. James Thacker enters front court left side. He'll dribble it over toward the right side, direct some traffic. James Thacker feeds it into Mac. Mac on the right block, turns, kicks it out front. Ledford, open 3. That one's no good. Tip back out front to Ledford. Good job there by Mac. Now James feeds it to Mac. Mac is double teamed, loses the basketball, jump ball. It's Charger basketball. Lost it momentarily. It was tied up, and I think Wood hurt his arm. So Grayson Wood exits for Ooltewah. Terrell McClurkin enters the game for Ooltewah. Ledford tried to get it in the corner a little bit too late. Servin knocks it out of bounds. 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Central up 10-4. And then Ledford turns it over. And then Ledford ties it up with Howard, and the possession arrow favors the Owls. 3:46 to go in the first quarter. Chargers 10, Ooltewah 4. Ooltewah with a basketball. Left wing serving. Matt serving, that is. Has it tipped away, stolen. Serving with a turnover. Ledford comes out with a basketball. Into front court. Ledford. Ledford drives, kicks it out. Farrar for three. That one's short. And Servin pulls down the rebound. He can get up. White boy can jump. Serving with it front court. To Walker. Left wing McClurkin. Smith with it. Smith pulls up left side of the lane. That runner's no good. Murphy with the rebound, and Murphy is fouled by Kevin Smith, his first. Ooltewah's first. First foul on either team comes with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Garrett King checks in for Jordan Ledford. Ledford with 2 points. Now Thacker takes the inbound pass in backcourt. In front court now with it. Hands it off to Murphy into the left corner. Mac Thacker for three. That one's no good. Rebound pulled down by Henry. Into front court, Servin. Bounce pass to the baseline to Howard, into the paint to Walker. Shot up, no good. He's fouled. They're going to say the foul is on the floor. And it's on Farrar, his first, team first. So Ooltewah will inbound from their baseline with 2:50 to go in the first quarter. Into the corner. Three-pointer on its way. That was by Henry. It's good. He got the bounce. I thought there's no way that's going in, but it did. And that cuts the Charger lead down to 3 with 2:39 to go in the first quarter. Farrar in front court. Farrar by the defense. Farrar to the glass. Shot was no good. Henry pulls it out up ahead to the other end. In and out. McClurkin's shot no good. James Thacker pulls down the rebound for the Chargers. Thacker in front court. Thacker on the right wing. James Thacker still with it. In the paint. Kicks it out to Farrar. Farrar backs out. Into the corner, James Thacker for three. Bottom! Farrar with the assist. James Thacker with a three-pointer. Central back up by 6. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Henry with it, right wing. Into Matt Servin. Matt Servin down the lane. Jump ball, it'll be Charger basketball as the ball was stuck between the backboard and the rim. So somebody's got to jump up there and knock it down. Mac Thacker does the honors, and it'll be Charger basketball on the alternate possession. 1:53 to go in the first quarter. Central up 13-7 with the ball. Carden checks into the game. And Ledford, to get himself a new 5 count, bounces it off the Ooltewah defender. In it comes to Carden. Carden in back court to Ledford. And Ledford enters front court right side. Ledford swings it left side to Carden. Carden still with it to Ledford. Ledford cutting to the hoop, lost the basketball, picks it up, kicks it out to Mac Thacker into the corner. Ledford. Ledford fakes to Garrett King. A little runner in the lane's good. Ledford with the assist. Garrett King, his first bucket of the night. Central's up 8, 124. Ledford with a steal. Ledford right elbow, picks up his dribble. Kicks it out, threw it behind Carden. Over and back. Bad pass by Ledford. 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Central up 15-7. Ooltewah with the basketball. McClurkin going to run the point. Over it goes right side, Henry. Henry back to McClurkin. Checks it back over to Henry on the right wing. Kicks it out front, Houston. Left wing, McClurkin. Up top, Henry. Henry at the free throw line. Pulls up in the lane. Ball tipped. Houston chases it down. Three-pointer, no good. Walker's rebound. Put back is good, and he's fouled. So Walker's first bucket on the offensive rebound. Fouls on Mac Thacker, his first, team second. So Walker, Ooltewah at the line for a 1. hoping to cut the lead, or the Charger lead, down to 5. He makes the free throw. 3 points for Walker the old-fashioned way. And Central's lead cut down to 5. Mac Thacker out. Murphy back in. And Ledford almost turned it over as Walker cuts in the passing lane, tips it out of bounds. CJ Servin checks in for Howard. Ledford gets it in to James Thacker in backcourt. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Central up 5. James Thacker still with it. James is fouled by Logan Henry, his first, team second. And Carden will inbound in front of the scorer's table. In it comes to James Thacker. Thacker guarded by McClurkin. Thacker. Ooltewah does a good job of switching. Over it goes to Carden. Carden almost lost it. Out front it goes to James Thacker. Back over to Carden. Carden. Back out front, James Thacker between the circles. He'll back it up, reset the offense. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. 15-10, Central on top. Whistle, and C.J. Servin commits the foul. Reached in as they switched off the screen. C.J. Servin jumped out and fouled James Thacker. So the Chargers will inbound once again in front of the scorer's table. Garrett's going to inbound it, King that is. And now Matt Servin checks back into the ballgame. So both Servins are in there with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. Garrett King into James Thacker. Now 10 seconds left in the quarter. James Thacker with it. James into the paint. James to the glass. Shot is no good. Jack Murphy battling, and McClurkin will come out with a rebound at the buzzer. Chargers lead at 15-10 after 1 on 99.5 FM. $7:58 to go in the half as we begin the second quarter here. Ooltewah trails the Chargers by 5, but they have the basketball. Howard with it, or Henry with it, rather. Now that's Houston. Houston, Henry, and Howard in the game. It's going to be hard on me. Henry goes baseline. Out to Houston, to McClurkin, to C.J. Servin. Touch pass into the corner to Henry for 3 and drained it. Houston gets the assist. Henry now with 6. He's hit 2 threes. And the Charger lead down to 2. 7:21 to go in the half. James Thacker with it at the left elbow to Darius Carden. Carden over to Garrett King, right wing. Back out front to Carden. Carden to King, back to Carden. Now they're just playing check the ball. Somebody's not running the right offense. James Thacker with it out front. Somebody was in the wrong spot. Garrett King with it in the corner. King tries to go baseline. Gives it up left wing now to Carden. Carden picks up his dribble. Over it goes to Jack Murphy. Murphy going to get a 5 count. Over it goes to James Thacker on the right wing. James was still with it. To Carden. Carden up on the right wing. Right corner to Murphy. Out front to James Thacker. Now between the circles. Back to Murphy. Free throw line King. King turns. Hands it off to Mac Thacker. Thacker at the free throw line. Back out front to James Thacker. They fight over the screen. James passes tip, chased down by Carden on the right wing. Carden picks up his dribble, and now James Thacker back with it out front. 6:12 to go in the half. Central leads at 15-13. James Thacker drives in. Baseline shot. It's no good, and McClurkin comes out with the rebound. Quickly to the other end. Pass led too far. McClurkin made a bad pass trying to get it down low to Howard, and it goes out of bounds. Checking in Smith. Henry will go to the sidelines. And Wood will check in as well for McClurkin. So King to inbound. Gets it in to Carden. Carden guarded by Smith. Carden going to work into front court. Almost dribbled it out of bounds. And he did step on the sideline. So Cardin turns it over. It'll be Ooltewah basketball. 5:49 to go in the half. 15-13, Chargers lead at Ooltewah with the ball. Central led 15-7. And they've been in a little bit of a drought for about 4 minutes now, seems like. Smith with it right wing. Over to Wood. Wood into the paint. Back to Smith. Right elbow. Jump shot is no good. Tipped around. It's going to be out of bounds off C.J. Servin. It'll be Charger basketball. Excuse me, Matt Servin. And then King turns it over as Smith gets the steal. So Garrett King with a turnover. Smith with his second steal. And then slings it out of bounds as he was falling out of bounds. Off Cardin. And it's Ooltewah basketball into the paint. And that pass almost out of bounds, but Smith chases it down. Bad pass by Wood, but Smith chased it down and bounced it off Garrett King out of bounds, so Ooltewah keep possession of the basketball. Walker in the backcourt to Wood. Over it goes Smith, right wing. Smith to Wood. A little 1-3-1 zone for the Chargers. Right wing, Smith. Bad feed by Smith, turned it over. Trying to get it down low to Howard. It'll be Charger basketball. The zone messing with Ooltewah a little bit. Ledford checks back in. Cardin out. Whistle. And Chargers have 4 players on the court. Chargers only have 4 players on the court. Cardin checked out, wasn't supposed to. As King left, and Cardin did too. So Chargers with the ball, up 2, 5:02 to go in the half. James Thacker with the basketball. Thacker in the paint. Gives it off to Mack. Mack lost it, then chases it back down. Mack pulls up. Bottom. A disjointed possession results in the bucket for the Chargers. They're up 4. Matt Servin with it, left wing. Backdoor cut. Smith, shot up and good. Servin gets the assist. Matt, that is. Smith's first bucket. Central's lead back down to 2, 4:30 to go in the half. James Thacker walks it up for the Chargers. Enters front court, left side. Gets a pick from Mac Thacker, and then turns it over. Smith with a steal. Smith to the other end for 2, and we're tied. 17 apiece with 4:05 to go in the half. Farrar gets it into Cardin. Cardin's going to race into front court. Cardin into the right corner to Ledford. Ledford still with it on the right wing. Right elbow goes to Mac Thacker. Thacker turns, step back jumper, short. Matt Servin pulls down the rebound. Wood into front court. Wood to the glass for 2. Nobody stopped him. He took the layup. Ooltewah leads at 19-17. And almost a turnover by Farrar. Trying to work it up the midcourt to Matt Thacker. Matt Servin jumps in front and tips it out of bounds. Chargers now going to inbound at left sideline. Back court. Houston back in the game, and Henry both back in there. They join Wood, Walker, and Matt Servin. Ledford gives it in to James Thacker. They're in there with Farrar, Mac Thacker, and Garrett King. 3:30 to go in the half. Ooltewah outscored the Chargers 9-2 here in the second quarter. And they lead at 19-17. Ledford in the lane. Runner is no good. Walker pulls down the rebound for Ooltewah. Into front court, Wood. Over it goes, left corner to Houston. Matt Servin out front to Wood. Wood in the paint. To Houston left wing, out front Henry. Back to Houston. In the left corner, Wood, open for 3. Hit the side of the backboard. Henry gets the rebound, and Henry's fouled on the putback. He'll go the line for 2. That's going to be on Jordan Ledford. His first, team third. So Henry at the line to shoot 2. He has 6 points tonight. Free throw, no good. It's too close for him. He's drained a couple threes like nobody's business, and then clanks the free throw. Jax Howard back in there, and Matt Servin will go to the sideline. Made that one. So 7 points for Henry, and Ooltewah's lead is 3 as they've outscored the Chargers 10-2 here in the second quarter. Central led at 15-7, so it's actually a 13-2 run. Mac Thacker, free throw line, fakes, drives, runner, good. Mac with 9. Central down 1. Quickly into front court. Henry with it, right corner. Into Walker, right block. And then Walker over and back. Turns it over. Bad pass. So Central with the ball back. 2:27 to go in the half. 20-19, Ooltewah on top. Sparse crowd tonight. Everybody's out buying me a Christmas present. I just know that's what it is. James Thacker into Mac. Mac goes baseline. Fouled. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be on Jax Howard, his first, team's 5th. So Mac Thacker, 9 points first half at the line for 2. Makes the free throw. So a double-digit first half for Mac Thacker. 10 points.
But we're a team, so do we split the gift?
Well, I don't know.
Well, we should.
I guess who they put 2 to? Who do they address it to?
The statistician.
He hits both free throws, so Mac Thacker makes both free throws. And Central regains the lead here, 21-20. 2:12 to go in the half. So Wood between the circles to Howard. Back over to Wood, right wing. Skips it in the left corner. Henry for 3. Air ball. Was that blocked by King, maybe? James Thacker gets the rebound. Into front court to Ledford. And Ledford's still with it. Gets the pick. Feeds it to Howard on the pick and roll. It's to Howard. To Murphy, and Murphy turns it over. Howard got the steal. To Wood. Wood in the paint. Over to Henry. Open from 3. That one's no good. And over the back of going to be called on, I believe, Walker. Let's see. It is on Walker. Julian Walker's first, team 6. 1:35 to go in the half. Central leads at 21-20 with the basketball. Central will be in the bonus on the next Ooltewah personal foul. James Thacker dribbles over the free throw line, extended right side, now works his way to the baseline. Up front to Murphy. Murphy spots up 18-footer. That one's no good. Howard pulls down the rebound. Into front court. Over to Walker baseline. Howard free throw line to Wood. Right wing now to Smith. Right corner Henry. Henry fakes. Goes baseline off the glass for 2. Henry with 9 first half points, and Ooltewah regains the lead. 1 minute to go in the half. James Thacker in front court now with it. James Thacker works off a pick from Garrett King. In the left side goes to Farrar. Farrar, runner in the lane. Bottom. 5th point of the night for Farrar. Chargers back in front. Quickly the other way. Smith goes baseline. Gets his own rebound and puts it in. Smith missed it, got his rebound and put it back in. 6 points for Smith. Ooltewah back on top. 23 seconds to go in the half. It's 24-23 Owls. Over to Garrett King. Back to James Thacker. James Thacker got a 5 count on him. Now drives, picks up his dribble, and threw it away. Almost hit the Ooltewah coach. So now Ooltewah will have the basketball with a lead. 2.4 seconds to go in the half. Servin gets it across the way to Henry. Henry, long shot at the buzzer, no good. Halftime score, Ooltewah 24, Chargers 23. We'll take a break. Come back with our Meet the Charger halftime segment. You're listening to Central High School basketball on 99.5 FM WYGO. Matt Servin, Smith, Walker, and Howard for Ooltewah, the starting five for each squad. Starting the second half. James Thacker with it right wing. Tried to get it down low to Mac Thacker, tipped out of bounds by Wood. As Ooltewah switched on the screen, they had point guard guarding Mac Thacker after the switch, but he picked it out of bounds. Inbound pass goes to Murphy. Kicked out front to Farrar. Back to Murphy on the right block. Over to Mac Thacker for three. That one's no good. And Ledford gets the tip. Jordan Ledford on the offensive board and a putback, and Central's back on top. Quickly the other way, Matt Servin with it left wing. Up top to Smith. Smith in the paint. Kicks it over Howard. Jump shot, no good. It missed everything. It's Charger basketball. And by everything, I mean backboard, rim, everything. Now Farrar with it. And whistle. And a foul in backcourt on Wood. His second team's first of the half. So now Chargers going to inbound right sideline backcourt. Central on top, 25-24, 7:18 to go in the third quarter. Started out with a fast pace, thought it might be a high-scoring game. It slowed down. Mac Thacker in the short corner, kicks it back out right wing to Farrar. Steps back for a three, that one's no good. And Matt Servin pulls down the board. Outlet pass to Wood. Wood in front court for Ooltewah. Wood pulls up, left side of the lane, shot no good. He's fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. That's going to be on Jack Murphy, his first. Team's first of the half. And so Grayson Wood will step to the free throw line with 6:58 to go in the third quarter, shooting two. Central on top here, 25-24, and Wood makes the first free throw. Spun around the rim and fell through. Second free throw is good. Made them both. And Ooltewah back on top. Did they call a foul on three?
Yes.
No, it wasn't a foul. Oh, they warned him, I guess.
Reaching over across the line.
Up in the front court to Farrar, to Murphy. Chargers had numbers. Murphy hesitated, and his shot's blocked by Walker. In the front court, Servin behind the defense, goes baseline, feeds it off to Walker. Shot no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two, and that's on Jack Murphy. It started on the offensive end. Murphy hesitated when they had numbers. Shot was blocked, and then he committed the foul on the other end, and Walker will go to the line to shoot two. Julian Walker, 3 points in the first half, had a three-point play. Makes the free throw. 4 for Walker. And Ooltewah's lead now 2 with 6:44 to go in the third quarter. Second free throw for Walker. Good. 5 points for Walker. Ooltewah up 3. And then Ledford turns it over. Walker with a steal. Up ahead to Howard. Howard for 2. Howard's first bucket of the night. Ooltewah's lead is 5. Now James Thacker with it in front court. James dribbles over to the right wing. Out front to Isaiah Farrar. Farrar kicks it over to Ledford. Ledford to Mac Thacker. Right corner, James Thacker. Three-pointer. Bottom. Mac to James for 3. And we have timeout on the floor. 6 points for James Thacker. 28-30. Chargers down 2. Back in 30 seconds on 99.5 FM. It's going to be Ooltewah basketball. They'll inbound from the baseline. Length of the court away from their goal. Central not going to press. And McClurkin in, running the point over to Smith, right side. Smith still with it on the right wing. Up top, McClurkin in the left corner. Matt Servin fakes, goes baseline, misses the shot. Tipped out front, but Howard gets the rebound. Over to McClurkin, three-pointer, no good. Servin gets the rebound and puts it in. That's 4 for Matt Servin. Ooltewah's lead back to 4. Over to Ledford, left wing, front court for the Chargers. Back door to Farrar, kicks it out right wing. James Thacker to Mac Thacker, over to Ledford. Ledford's going to back it out beyond the three-point line, now in the corner. Farrar for three, that one's no good. Smith with the rebound for Ooltewah. Quickly the other way, Smith, floater in the lane, rattles out, no good. Walker gets the rebound, his shot's no good. And Mac Thacker pulls down the board for the Chargers. Ledford in front court with it. Over it goes to James Thacker, to Mack left side. To Ledford between the circles, over to Farrar, deep right wing. Back to Ledford between the circles, Mac Thacker three-pointer. That's an air ball. And Smith pulls down the rebound. 32-28, Ooltewah on top. Smith over to Servin on the left side of the lane. Servin goes to the baseline, banks it in. 6 for Servin. And Ooltewah leads it by 6. 4:33 to go in the third quarter. Here comes the trap. And James Thacker fouled. Foul's going to be on McClurkin, his first, team's second. So Chargers will inbound. And we got Walker's leaving the game for some reason. He's going to the locker room. No, going to the trainer. He's got a cut on his hands, what it is. So Chargers with the basketball, down 6. 4:24 to go in the third quarter. James Thacker with it deep right wing. Thacker pulls up free throw line. Shot. Jack Murphy with a rebound. Now Farrar with it left corner. That's an air ball. And then Ledford's going to commit the foul on the rebound. Second foul on Ledford, team's third of the half. Wood's going to check in for McClurkin for Ooltewah. .405 rather to go in the third quarter. Ooltewah up 6 with the basketball. Ledford went for the steal. Wood gives it over to Henry. Henry fakes. Gives it off to Matt Servin in the corner. Whistle. 3 seconds on Howard. Ooltewah, that'll turn the ball back over to the Chargers. 3:55 to go in the third quarter. Ooltewah up 34-28. Chargers with the basketball. Into front court, Farrar. Right corner, Murphy. Back out front to Farrar. Over to James Thacker. Free throw line, Mac Thacker. Turnaround jumper, bottom. James with the assist. Mac hits his first bucket of the second half. He has 13. And Central's down 4 now. 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Henry, the free throw line, Howard. To Wood, pull up jumper, bottom. Howard gets the assist. Wood, 8th point of the night. It's a 6-point lead again for Ooltewah. James Thacker in the front court to Mack, almost lost it. Mack, back over to James, back to Mack. Three-pointer, Mack. That one's short. Ledford gets the rebound. Ledford fouled on the floor by Jax Howard, his second, team's third. So Central inbound from the baseline. Garrett King checks in for Murphy. Walker in there for Howard. Carden's going to check in for Ledford. And Walker's back in for, I don't know who he came out for. Farrar's runner, no good. Henry pulls down the rebound. Left wing, Henry in front court, bottom. Wood passes it over to Henry for the three-pointer. He has 12. It's a 9-point lead for Ooltewah. Farrar enters front court right side. Over to Mac Thacker for 2. Farrar with the assist. Mac Thacker with the bucket. Quickly the other way. Over goes to Smith, right wing. Henry, left corner, Wood. Wood fakes. Wood drives. Wood's floater is no good. Walker with the offensive board. His putback no good. Servin's tip no good. And then Carden loses it out of bounds. And so Ooltewah keep it. Ooltewah crushing the Chargers on the offensive glass. In it goes to Servin left wing. Up top, Smith. Smith drives. Smith's runner is no good. Carden with a rebound for the Chargers. Carden has it poked away from behind. Carden with the turnover. Up ahead it goes to Wood. Wood throws it away. Farrar with a steal. And then it's kicked out of bounds, and the Chargers will inbound right sideline backcourt. 7-point lead for Ooltewah. Chargers have the ball. 2:05 to go in the third quarter. It's a 32-17 run, though, if you will, for Ooltewah since the Chargers led at 15-7. Garrett King in the left corner. Up top to Mac Thacker. Mac thought about a three instead. Drives and loses the basketball. Turns it over. (39-32). Ooltewah up. 1:42 to go in the third quarter. And the Owls have the basketball. Wood over to Henry. Henry picks up his dribble. Back over to Wood. Free throw line Servin. Baseline Walker. Now up top Henry. Back to Wood. Backdoor cut Servin. Servin bottom. Wood gets the assist. Matt Servin with the bucket. He has 8. It's a 9-point lead again for Ooltewah. Farrar in front court. Farrar's floater rattles out, no good. Garrett King rebound, puts it back in. 4 points for Garrett King. Central down 7 with a minute to go in the third. Wood drives. Wood shot swatted. They're going to call the foul, though. Farrar went for the block, but they're going to call the foul on Farrar. And so Wood will go to the line to shoot 2. Second foul for Farrar, 4th team foul. So Wood's second trip to the line in this half. He made 2 earlier, misses that one. 41-34, Ooltewah on top, 57.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Grayson Wood at the line for the second of 2 free throws. It's on its way, made it. 9 points for Grayson Wood. And now Ooltewah leads it by 8. James Thacker will enter front court left side. James Thacker with it. James into the corner to Garrett King. King kicks it out front to Mack. Over to James left wing for 3. That one's short, no good. Walker gets the rebound for Ooltewah. Wood with it front court. Wood kicks it out Walker. In the right corner it goes to Houston. Houston back over to Wood in the right corner. He'll dribble it up right wing, up top to Smith between the circles. Back over to Wood, right side to Smith. They're just checking it back and forth. Run the clock down, then they'll try to run the play. Houston in the right corner. Picks up his dribble. Feeds it to Howard on the right block. Back out to Houston on the wing. Houston to Wood with 5 seconds to go. Wood, pull-up jumper in the lane, bottom. 11 for Wood, and the score after 3. Ooltewah 44, Chargers 34 on 99.5 FM. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Starting the fourth quarter here, it's Ooltewah basketball. They lead by 10. Outscored the Chargers 20-11 in the third quarter. Howard, right side of the lane, picks up his dribble, back out front to Wood. Over goes Smith. Smith into the left corner to Houston. Houston almost traveled. Almost had a problem. Howard has it tipped out of bounds. They're going to call a foul, though, on James Thacker. His first, team 5th. So Howard out front, it goes to Wood. Wood in the paint. Wood fouled on the floor. I believe that's going to be on Ledford. Blocking foul on Ledford, his 3rd, team 6th. Now Henry will enter the game for Ooltewah. Smith comes out. Wood to inbound. Out front to Henry. Over to Houston, deep left wing. Houston to Henry, right wing. Back to Wood. Henry with it out front. Over to Wood. Back over left wing to Henry. 7:15 to go in the ball game. Ooltewah up 10. Henry picks up his dribble, gives it up to Wood, right side. Wood, right side of the lane. Feeds it off to Howard. In the paint to Walker. Walker's little left-hander's good. Howard gets the assist. Walker, 7th point of the night. It's a 12-point lead for Ooltewah with 6:53 to go. James Thacker with the basketball out front. Gets a pick from Mac Thacker. Dribbles over to the right wing. Tries to feed it back to Mac. It's deflected to Carden. Out to Mac. Out front to James. Three-pointer no good. Howard pulls down the rebound for Ooltewah. Outlet pass to Wood. In front court, Wood. To the baseline to Houston. Houston lost it. Houston had a problem. Turned it over. Ledford got the steal. Up ahead it goes to Carden. To Mac Thacker in the paint. Short-armed it. Henry pulled down the rebound. Doug Armstrong wanted the foul. Didn't get it. So Ooltewah with the ball up 12. 6:10 to go in the ball game. Houston with it left side. Back to the baseline to Howard. Free throw line. Walker for 2. Howard with another assist. Walker now with 9. Ooltewah leads it by 14. 48-34. They've outscored the Chargers 24-11 in the second half. 5:40 remaining in the ball game. Garrett King with it. Over left wing to Carden. Carden hands it off to Ledford. Ledford. Whistle. A foul on Houston. His first, team 4th. Matt Servin back into the game, as is McClurkin, Wood, and Walker to the sidelines. James Thacker will enter front court with the basketball. 5:25 to go. Mac Thacker with it now. Mac into the left corner to Carden. Carden dribbles up to the left wing. Out front to Mac Thacker. Over goes right side to Garrett King. Between the circles to Ledford. Ledford whistle, foul on Houston. His second, team's 5th. Ledford almost got away with shuffling his feet. Central will inbound right sideline front court. They're down 14 with 5:12 to go. Time to start scoring. A little bit of a drought, only 11 points in the second half. That's a turnover, and it was a big collision. Ledford and Houston collided, and that was a turnover as that pass sailed out of bounds. So Ooltewah with the ball, up 14, under 5 minutes to go. Houston's three-pointer was a brick. It's going to go out of bounds off Ooltewah. It'll be Charger basketball. So Central with the ball, down 14. 4 minutes, 47 seconds left. James Thacker out front with the basketball. Thacker in the lane. Thacker pulls up. Thacker scores. 8 for James. Central now down 12. Houston with it, left side. Over it goes to McClurkin. McClurkin on the right wing. Nobody's guarding him. To Henry. McClurkin's not going to shoot it. And there it goes to Houston at the free throw line. Loses the dribble momentarily. Regathers himself. Out to McClurkin. Now to Howard at the free throw line. Howard back over to McClurkin right wing. Chargers in a 1-3-1 zone. Free throw line Howard. Turnaround jumper is no good. Ledford with the rebound. Ledford enters front court with a basketball. In the paint it goes to Mac Thacker. Mac turns. Mac up and under. Shot is no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 as he got Servin to leave his feet. Why are we not going to the... Matt Servin, his first, team 6th. So Mac Thacker at the line for 2. 15 for Mac tonight. 16 for Mac as he makes the first free throw. That pulls the Chargers within 11 with 3:55 to go. Isaiah Farrar checks in. Walker and Smith back in for Ooltewah. Houston and Howard to the sidelines. Thacker's second free throw is good. 17 for Mack tonight. Central down 10. 3:50 to go. In the front court, McClurkin to the glass for two. Carden went for the steal in backcourt. And McClurkin just turned on the jets and went and laid it in. 50-38, Ooltewah on top. Chargers with the basketball, 3:30 to go. Carden to Mack Thacker, left wing. Mack fakes. Mack into the paint. Mack, whistle, foul's going to be on the floor. It's on Henry. His second, team seventh. So that'll put Mack Thacker to the free throw line for the bonus. 3:25 to go. This is what you want, though, Wesley. The clock is stopped. And you can score with the clock not moving. And he makes the free throw. 18 now for Mack. Central trailing by 11. 3:25 to go. Second free throw for Mack. Made them both. 19 points for Mack Thacker tonight. Central down 10. Quickly in the other way. Wood dribbles across the free throw line, then brings it back out front. Chargers trying to trap. Henry pulls up, 17-footer. That's no good. Garrett King with a rebound. Chargers a chance to get it under 10 here with 3:10 to go. James Thacker, three-pointer. That's an air ball. Smith with the rebound. And then Smith throws it away. Mack Thacker with a steal. In the front court, Carden with a basketball. Right wing, Farrar for three. That one's no good. Wood pulls down the rebound. Whistle, and a holding foul on the Chargers in backcourt. And now there's mouth. Now Walker mouthing with James Thacker. And the coach is getting him out of the game. That's the Chargers' seventh foul. Foul was going to be on James Thacker, his second, team seventh. So Wood will shoot free throws. And we have timeout on the floor with 2:45 to go. Ooltewah wants to call timeout to calm the senses. We'll be back in 60 seconds on 99.5 FM. Ooltewah up 10 late. Welcome back to the Roundhouse. Chargers trail by 10, 50-40 with 2:45 to go in the ball game. Grayson Wood of Ooltewah at the line for 1-1. He has 11 points tonight, 7 in the second half. First free throw's on its way, and it's good. 51-40 Ooltewah. Second free throw. He made them both. So 13 for Wood, 9 in the second half, and Ooltewah's lead back to 12. James Thacker enters front court with it. James Thacker in the paint. The little runner is good. 10 for James Thacker, and Doug Armstrong calls timeout. It's a 10-point deficit back in 30 seconds on 99.5 FM. 52-42, Ooltewah leads. They'll have the basketball, 2:34 to go in the ball game. Each team in the bonus. 17 fouls apiece. Central's going to come out in a, well, they're not going to press. They're going to lengthen the zone. And they're going to trap out of it. Now in half court. Here comes the trap. Wood gives it over to Smith. Smith drives. Smith almost, he did turn it over. Ball was deflected, and it landed on Smith as Smith was out of bounds. So the trap did what it was intended to do, got them in a hurry, and they turned it over. So Central down 10, 2:17 to go. Farrar almost turned that over. Ledford with it in backcourt. Ledford slowed down to try to get a foul in a 10 count against the Chargers. Turnover against the Chargers. So Ooltewah with the basketball. Serving with it. Free throw line. Serving down the left side of the lane. Missed the shot. Gets his own rebound. Out front it goes to Wood. 2 minutes to go. Ooltewah up 10. They're just going to throw it around. Work some clock. At some point, Chargers will have to start fouling, but not yet. Houston up top to Henry. Over it goes to Wood. Deep left wing. 1:50 to go. Diagonal across the cost to Houston. Houston fouled by Ledford. And Houston will go to the line for 1 and 1. Fourth foul for Ledford, 8th team foul. And so Josh Houston, not scored tonight, has an assist and a turnover at the line for 1 and 1. 1:46 to go. Central down 10. Houston makes the free throw. Rattled around and it fell through. Second free throw for Houston. No good. Ledford with the rebound. So Ledford with the board. Over to James Thacker. Thacker in front court. Thacker top of the key. Thacker in the lane. Runner. No good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back in as it rolls around. 12 for James Thacker. Central down 9. Back in 30 seconds on 99.5 FM. 53-44. Chargers trail. Ooltewah, 1:31 to go. They traded a 2-for-1 there. Lot Holly checks into the game. Baseball pass up ahead to Wood. Wood gets behind the defense. Thacker fouls him and the bucket counts. So Wood with 15 now will go to the line for 1. That gives Ooltewah an 11-point lead. Thacker's second foul, team's 9th. Wood had 4 in the first half. He's got 11 in the second half. And makes the free throw. 16 for Wood. Ooltewah on top by 12. Farrar, runner in the lane, is no good. Serving with the rebound. Serving in backcourt. Over it goes to Wood. 1:15 to go in the ball game. Wood still with it. Wood backs out. Up ahead. And there's the foul. Walker is going to be fouled. Looks like they're going to call it on. It's going to be on Farrar, his third. Team's 10th. So Walker to the free throw line to shoot 2. Walker with 9 points. 6 rebounds. Couple of steals, a block shot. He makes that free throw, so he's now in double-digit scoring as well. 57-44, Ooltewah on top, 1:10 to go. Missed the second one, Ledford with the rebound. He'll push it into front court. Ledford in the right corner. Holly back to Ledford on the block. He's fouled from behind by Matt Servin. That's his second, team's 8th. And so Jordan Ledford with 4 points will go to the free throw line to shoot 1+. Jax Howard checks into the ball game for Matt Servin. So Ledford at the line, 1 and 1. 1:03 to go. Misses the free throw. Lot Holly with a rebound. His putback's no good, but he's fouled. So Holly will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul's going to be on Howard, his third, team's 9th. So 1:01 to go. Central back at the free throw line for 1+. Free throw on its way for Holly. Missed it. Was it a shooting foul?
Yes.
It was a shooting foul. My bad. It was for 2. Second one is good. So 1 point for Holly. Chargers are down 12. Thacker with a steal. Houston turned it over. Ledford with it right wing. Into the corner it goes to Mac Thacker. Mac's going to drive. Shot no good. He's fouled. We go to the line to shoot 2. Fourth foul on Howard, 10th team foul. And Mac Thacker to the free throw line to shoot 2. 19 points tonight for Mac. 20. As he hit the rim and used a little body English there to try to direct the ball through the hoop. It worked. Mac makes them both. 21 for Mac Thacker tonight. Central down 10, 50 seconds to go. Wood in backcourt with the basketball. Wood in front court with it. Over it goes to Howard. Howard to Henry, right side, and Ooltewah calls timeout. 57-47 the score. Back in 30 seconds on 99.5 FM. Henry will inbound for the Owls, right sideline, front court, right in front of their bench. In it comes to Walker. Walker out front with it to Henry. Back to Walker. That's who I'd foul. And Farrar does. Fourth foul on Farrar. Walker made 1 of 2 last time. This will be a double bonus, so he'll be shooting 2. 10 points for Walker tonight. Make it 11 as he made that one. And the Ooltewah lead back to 11. Garrett King's going to check in for Ledford. Second free throw for Walker, made them both. So it's a 12-point lead for Ooltewah. James Thacker all the way to the other end off the glass, missed the shot. But the ball's going to go out of, ooh. They're going to say it's out of bounds off the Chargers. Henry pulled down the rebound. Looked like he bounced it off his own head. Well, it's Ooltewah basketball, 25.7 seconds to go. They're up 12. And whistle, oh! A whistle and a foul. That was a foul on Mac Thacker. And then James Thacker kind of grabbed his shoulder. He could have gotten intentional there. And so McClurkin will go to the line to shoot 2. And missed the first one. 23.8 seconds to go. Ooltewah up 12. McClurkin 2 points tonight, 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers. Second free throw for McClurkin. That's good. So it's a 13-point lead now for Ooltewah. 22 seconds to go. James Thacker in front court, 3-pointer. Bottom. 15 for James Thacker. Central down 10, 12 seconds to go. Henry fouled in backcourt by Farrar. Farrar is fouled out. And Henry will go to the line now to shoot 2. Henry with 12 points. He had 9 in the first half. 3 3-pointers. Henry in tonight's game. Darius Carden checks in for Farrar. And Henry makes the first free throw, 13. Made them both. So 14 for Henry, 12-point lead for Ooltewah, under 10 seconds to go. James Thacker, 3-pointer good. 18 for James Thacker. Chargers down by 9. And that'll be the final score. Ooltewah 62, Chargers 53. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back with your final stats. Listen to Central High School basketball on WIGO Sports. Know the score.